This video is to demonstrate successful removal of old decals and installation of new decals on a by Friday powder-coated frame. Removal of old decals is primarily peeling off the old decal. That can be aided through the use of a heat gun or a hair dryer or something along those lines. Essentially, that will soften the adhesive and help in peeling that up cleanly and easily. Once you've done that, you'll have the powder-coated surface, which may still have a little bit of residue from the original decal on it. Might have a little bit of grease and road grime and so on. The best approach to clean that off is some isopropyl alcohol, 70%, on a rag and a little bit of elbow grease to remove dirt, contamination, old adhesive, oils from the surface that you are applying to. Sometimes after a frame's been around for a while, there might be some actual scratches and scuffs and blemishes that you can't do a heck of a lot to rub those out, but for getting rid of the underlying grime and providing a nice surface for the new decal to adhere to, isopropyl alcohol works very, very well. The other advantage to isopropyl alcohol is it's very volatile. It will evaporate well, so you don't want to be doing this around any sort of open flames, but it also means that it doesn't leave any sort of chemically residue behind, and it also evaporates fairly quickly. Once it evaporates, take your decal, some degree of, in this case, a sharp knife, a box cutter, and separate out the protective surface from the backing on the decal. When you peel this open, the decal will be adhered to the protective surface. The backing will remove entirely. If you look closely at this, you'll notice that there is, I don't know how well this will show up in the video, but there is a faint outline just forward of my thumbnail, just before the B in the Bike Friday. That is the actual decal. That's what's going to stay behind on the powder-coated surface. You don't want to be touching any of that area because that will get skin oils and such that will sit underneath the decal. Position it on the frame, well aligned, and then starting at one end, bring the adhesive in contact with the frame. I prefer to run down the center of the frame with a firm pressure, providing a solid anchor down the middle of the decal. From there, starting where it's adhering and working out to avoid trapping any sort of air bubbles, again with solid pressure, push the decal adhesive against the powder coat. Again, working from the center, now working down. At this point, the decal is solidly adhered to the powder-coated surface. We want to remove the protective coating off the top. The best bet is to wait a few minutes on this, let the adhesive kind of set in. For the sake of expediency on the video, I'll demonstrate the good way to shear that off. If I pull this directly off right now, the chances are high it will pull up the decal with it. If I fold it over and kind of shear it off like so, so I'm pulling opposite, essentially flush with the surface that the decal is on, it does an excellent job of leaving the decal behind. When we look in, we see there are no air bubbles, we see there are no pore contacts along the edges, and we have a Bike Friday seat mast set and ready to go. Thank you. Safe travels.